everyone. So the very first video that I put on YouTube, it's been probably a year and a half ago, was going to be a time lapse of my craft room, sewing rooms, art, matting, framing. I don't know, there's a lot of things I do in here. But I started and I put the part one of that video on YouTube. And then life got in the way and I got some of it done, but I never finished it. And so today I thought I finally finished it. It was driving me nuts that it wasn't done. And I was looking for some particular hooks and things, which I haven't found. They weren't in this room for some reason. But I finally got it done and it feels so good to be finished. So I decided that I would show you the finished product since it's been, like I said, over a year. I think it was January of 2022 that I put that video. You can go back and look at it if you're curious what it looked like to begin with. But so I'm going to show you what I have, and I'm excited to have it done, and I'm excited to have it clean because it was a mess. Anyway, I'll turn the camera around and show you what I got. Alright, so this is the room. It's in our basement, concrete floors, which actually I love for this. But I'm going to start over here. So my sewing machines, I love to sew, I love to quilt. I have quite a number of sewing machines. You'll see if one of them starts acting up, I just switch to the next one. And the next day, usually the other one is fine and works great as well. I don't know why that is. Anyway, a little bit of art on the wall, and then this shelf here, this big shelf, was over to the side, so I had to unload everything, which was actually really good because I had so much stuff that I wasn't using, didn't need. I threw away, I believe, 2 big garbage bags of just stuff, just unusable things in that shelving unit. Everything got somewhat organized again. The stuff on the bottom is like clothing and apparel fabric. So right there, the middle stuff is more like quilting stuff. Obviously this is fleece. And then this up here is like yarn and sweatshirt fleece and denim and things like that. So that's that was actually part of my hang up, was getting everything off these shelves. And I don't know why it was such a hang up because it did not take very long. But I thought it was going to take a long time. And in front of here, these racks are my racks for art shows, indoor art shows. So I don't use those outside, but they work really well. I like them. And then behind the racks in that cabinet is just more fabric. And that is the only thing in here that I didn't actually go through, but it's larger pieces of fabric. It wouldn't have taken long, but I just didn't feel a need to go through it because it was all condensed in its own space and it was fine. This here is my industrial sewing machine. My husband bought this from a military base auction and I love it. It sews denim and heavyweight stuff. I've sewn tarps and heavyweight canvas for tool covers for my husband, things like that. It's a great sewing machine and I don't use it often because I don't sew a lot of really thick stuff, but I am glad that I have it. Art on the wall again. The one thing I did not go through was this pile of denim, and basically it just needs to be cut up. I save old denim jeans and I make quilts and things like that out of them, and I need to just get it cut up. I have a whole bunch up there. The red one right there is denim, that box right there is denim. This pile right here is denim, but that stuff up there is all either cut up pieces of denim, like already cut jeans and things like that, or it's whole pieces like that I've purchased for making other things. Anyway, so the denim is there. I have my let me scoot back, my large cutting table for quilts and things, but the Cricut is there as well. Underneath there's just, my husband picked up these little cabinets, and they're just kitchen cabinets off of Craigslist, but they come in really handy to put all my sewing stuff in, and then packaging and things like that, garbage. This little bucket has wooden blocks in it for Christmas ornaments and things like that. Unfinished house. This door goes here in this opening, but we haven't put it there yet. And then on this side, I have a few things I'm working on there, but this is my large format printer. This is what I print all of my art, canvases, everything like that on. And I love it. I'm glad that I have it. It's kind of all, I've got my heat press, a little heat press, my iron, all that kind of stuff. But when I use it, all that stuff moves over here to the table, and then I use my printer. Here, this one was the other, I cleaned this off, this big shelving unit, when I first did the video. And then obviously over the course of the last year and whatever, it got messy again. So I cleaned it off again. So down here is like packaging, canvases, papers for my printer, things like that. And then this shelf is like Cricut stuff, vinyl and t-shirt stuff. There's shirts, prints, and then mats for framing pictures. And then up here, these two bins are my fabric, and I don't have that anywhere except for on Spoonflower, but there's fabric panels that I sell to local shops and things like that. My note cards, and then prints, just like packaged prints that I also take to local shops, and then all my frames. Most of these have stuff in them, some of them don't. But when I want to switch things out at a show or whatever, I have lots of frames that I can use for that. Aprons, I'm hoping with my Cricut to get my aprons going again. I have lots of colors and I like to put stuff on the front of those. And then the top, there's another sewing machine. I don't know why I have so many. And then there is just batting and things like that. And then this table over here, again, another one of those cabinets that was like really cheap or free on Craigslist or whatever, that I store all my like cutters for my mat cutter and all that kind of stuff. That's all in there, and envelopes and stuff for packaging, the cards and all that, and then a couple crates that are empty. And then my paper cutter, I love this thing. It's huge and it works great. My mat cutter with a few extra mats for, you know, sacrificial mat pieces. And then my art on this wall. Anyway, I love this room. I love how it turned out. I love that it's clean because it hasn't been clean and it's been a mess. I did not find what I originally started looking for, but I'm so glad that it's clean now. The last thing I have to do is put some art on this wall. I haven't decided what kind to put there yet, but we'll figure that out. Anyway, there is my tour of my clean sewing, crafting, business, whatever room that I have here. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I am glad that I finally got the finished part 2 of the year and more ago video that I had. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks.